Welcome to We Dig, the show where we talk about music, food, drinks, and other things that make you feel good. My name is Laird, this is Colin, and here's what we dig.
My music dig of the day is PX3 by Partynextdoor. Now, I always love to champion a local artist if I can. Partynextdoor is from Mississauga, and he's been putting out albums for a couple years now. He was the very first signee to OVO Sound Records, which, as I'm sure we all know, is Aubrey Graham's record label. He's put out a lot of really strong content over the last couple of years. I still remember the first time I was on a road trip with my boy and he was playing one of the songs off the first album, and it just blew my mind. Anyway, now we're off to the third album, and as we all know, he's been very instrumental in Drake's career. Some of the best songs off of Views and Drake's previous albums have been written or co-written by Partynextdoor. This album comes out with somewhat of a dark tone, but it also has some really interesting kind of livelier moments where it sort of seizes upon Partynextdoor's Jamaican roots and brings some of that Caribbean vibe into the music. Just got that vibe, you know? So if you're hanging out with your girl, let's say, if you got some charcuterie, you got a little bit of wine, not like wine rack wine, like you went to the LCBO, one of those LCBOs with like a wooden section, and you went into the wooden section, you spent a little bit of extra money on that wine, you know what I'm saying? Brought that wine home, you got that charcutes, okay? You got that girl, okay? Put that album on, it's a wrap, trust me. Now, for those of you who are young out there, you probably don't know what it's a wrap means. But if you're a little grown, you know what I'm saying. 6 trying to figure out how to be intimate in a rocking chair out of 3.
My music dig of the day is the Avalanches. The Avalanches are DJs that basically got together to make amazing music. I've heard a couple of other tubers refer to it as music that Looney Tunes would listen to, so almost like cartoons would listen to. The style of music is electronic DJ type music. There is lyrics and there is kind of hip hop involved in it as well, but it's primarily an instrumental album, and that's really kind of transcendent. What's crazy about the Avalanches is that they put out an album almost 16 years ago, and it was amazing, it was a masterpiece. And 16 years passed, and now they finally put out their second album after everybody was just waiting for that second album. I really do feel like they give us what we wanted to hear with a little bit of new stuff too. So it is evolutionary, they have evolved in that time, but at the same time they have a lot of the same sensibilities of their first album, which was great. The album is ideal for lounging on like a Sunday morning or a Sunday afternoon and just kind of laying back and letting the music. It's really something you'd want to listen to on headphones because it's very engrossing, there's a lot to it, and there's a lot of layers to it that I really like. It's really great for a drive, if you're driving somewhere and you just want to hear an album that's kind of out there. The album isn't completely safe for kids, unfortunately. I wish it was, but there's still some hip-hop elements in it that have some explicit language, so some of the songs are not good for kids, but overall, the album is just amazing, and I totally recommend that you listen to it. If you're an aspiring DJ, if you're an aspiring producer, the Avalanches are really a band to check out as well. They're one of the few groups that Madonna actually agreed to using samples for. So if that tells you anything, they're pretty amazing.
Are you like me? Do you go hard all week, never stopping, never giving up, ever? Do you go out on the weekends and stay out till like 7 or 8 a.m. sometimes? And when you get to Sunday and you've got nothing left, you've depleted all of the healthy things about you. Do you ever just collapse on the couch and watch Netflix? I do. But I want to talk about Stranger Things. I grew up on Steven Spielberg movies. I grew up on John Carpenter scores. You know, just that feeling of like kids running wild, they could do anything, they could get into adventures, they could just live that life. Stranger Things gave me possibly the hardest nostalgia punch to the stomach that I have ever gotten in my entire life. Stranger Things by the Duffer Brothers, who were formerly working on Wayward Pines and left that show to do something that I can frankly say is a million times better, have really captured what the spirit of that period is. The spirit of, let's say, like the mid to late 80s. I loved it. I watched it in one sitting. I ordered food to my place twice. It's a little bit scary. It's a little bit feel good. It's a little bit depressing. It's a little bit happy. It's a little bit like, it's just all of it. If you happen to be one of the people that has not watched it yet, stop wasting your time and go watch it right now. I'll wait.
That was this episode of What We Dig. If you like us, hit that like button. If you want to get a little closer, hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, my name's Laird. This is Colin, and we'll see you next time. Welcome to We Dig.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll stop. What is a charcuterie board? Okay, my old school diamond of the day is charcuterie boards. Okay, a little bit of meat, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of breads, a little bit of spreads, like a fig spread. Okay, something like that. You know what I'm saying? And just eat that.
And everything that makes you feel good, baby.
Oh my God.
Food and everything that makes you feel good. And other things that make you feel good. Dude, hold it together.